Hey folks, I've got a new project. It's another vintage vice restoration. I know I've been doing a lot of walks lately, going to a couple of shows. That's because I've been on holiday from work. I'm back to work now. I've just finished a day shift, so I'm absolutely knackered. But I wanted to do another project, get my hands dirty again. That's what I love doing. So I've got another vintage vice. It's a little bit different this time. It's not a record vice, which are generally them's the ones I go for. It's a Panavise. I'm looking at it and reading it now. It's a model engineer's vice, or sometimes used as an electronic device because of its ability to move and shape about differently. So I'll quickly show you this vice. I believe it was manufactured between 1972 and 1978. Or at least that's what AI is telling us, and AI probably knows a little bit more about these things than me. So I'll show you the vice, and then we'll start stripping it down and restore it to its better than new condition, and once again hopefully too nice to use. But this one's going to be a keeper. I'm going to keep this one for myself and for Dylan. We'll do a little bit of modelling every now and again, so this is going to be a keeper for me personally. I do have another one coming which I've purchased, slightly bigger model. It's still in the post somewhere. But I'll show you this vice. Let's stop talking and let's get on with it. So folks, I've got all the vice taken apart. It's all in bits, and it's more complicated than most of my other vices because of this this movement and this angle thing it has going. So there's a few more parts to it, and I just love its simplicity and the way it's been manufactured. I can't wait to work on this and make it nice again. I'll show you the parts, and then I'm going to start cleaning them up. Alright folks, I'm going to continue cleaning all them bits up, taking all the excess paint off. You don't need to see it, you've seen the gist of it, you don't need to see us do every single bit. You might want to see my hands though. Look at them bad boys. Love it. But yeah, I'm going to finish cleaning these bits off here. And then fetch you back when all that's done. In a couple of hours time. A load of hackiness and black fingernails. Catch it in it. Right then folks, I've getting all the paint off. The parts are all now nice and clean. The next step is doing some repairs of where previous owners cut it and damaged it and drilled it and grinded it and hacksawed it. I've got to do them repairs on the top. And we'll go from there. But I'll quickly show you what these bits look like all cleaned up. And I've now got to decide which parts I'm going to polish and which parts I'm going to paint. Because some of it I want to paint. Some of it I might want to polish. I was going to paint it all, but because unlike record vices, this would have been a modeller's a model engineer's vice or a electrician's vice. It's made from majority is cast aluminium, which I know polishes up really nice. So I'm in two minds whether to paint it all, polish it all, or paint and polish. But anyway, I'll show you the bits. Let's have a look. So folks, what I'm going to do now is these, because I'm going to paint the main body. Well, that's what my plan is. My plans do change, but I'm going to paint this main body. Before I start priming it, I need to fill in these imperfections here. When I say imperfections, it's where previous owners have ground and hacksawed and drilled, centre punched in this case, the drill hole there. I need to fill all them. What I'll be using is this. It's called Stopper. What it is, it's a very fine body filler that you use on car bodies. Usually after you've done a repair using filler, you would then go over and use Stopper. It's a very fine filler right before you do all the... Well, I think you normally do it after you've done some priming work. But this is going to be ideal for filling in these small imperfections. Then I can wet and dry it back, prime it, paint it. Bit more complicated than that, but that's where we're going. So let's get this Stopper on. So while I'm waiting for that Stopper to dry on there, I'll probably just leave it overnight. It's not like body filler, which is 10 minutes and you can start sanding it. I'll leave that overnight and wet and dry, flat it back tomorrow. Hopefully I'm getting all imperfections in one go. If not, I might have to do another coat. But if I do get most of the imperfections out with the one go, then I can coat it with primer, and it'll be like a filler primer, whatever I've got lying around. And the filler primer will fill in any smaller imperfections, the tiny little scratches. Bit wet and dry back before I can paint it. But while that's drying, I'm going to try to polish one of these up and see what it looks like in a polished condition. And that's going to tell us, it's going to give us an idea of whether I'm doing a partially polished some paint advice on whether I'm just going to go with a full paint advice. So I'm going to try polishing one of these. Well folks, I think that's come up really nice. That is the ball cup section from the bottom. That's polished up quite lovely from that to that. So I'm going to try polishing a few more bits. See what bits can be polished and what bits need to be painted. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Next. I've finished polishing up what I think I need polishing up. I'll give you a quick look. The next step is just waiting for that stopper to dry, and I'll start giving that wet and dry tomorrow. Get some coats of primer on, build up a few coats of primer, take any tiny little imperfections out, and just continue making this up as I go along. Let's show you these polished bits anyway. It's come up pretty nice, so yeah, happy with that. So folks, another day, another dollar. The stopper has dried, and what I'm going to do now is sand that back or flat it back with wet and dry. I've got some 600 wet and dry, and this is where little gooey's big juicy tips comes in. It's another big juicy tip. So when you're sanding something like that, if I was just to go straight at it with a sandpaper, I'd get an uneven surface because my fingers are uneven. I get an uneven surface. So what you do, this is we use something called a block, sanding block. You've probably seen them. Same applies to wet and dry. But this is a very small block, just a piece of wood, a piece of flat wood. I wrap it around the wet and dry like that, and then when I do come to add some water and sand, well, you see that I'll sand it back to front, sand it across there, and that block keeps everything nice and flat. And the idea is I'll practically remove all of this filler and just leave the stopper, and just leave this filler stroke stopper embedded in the imperfection. So I should get a nice flat even surface. So we always use a block, in this case a little piece of wood. Anyway, I'm going to flat this back, see if I get the imperfections out, see if I put enough on to fill them voids. Yeah, so next job. And that concludes this video's episode of Little Gooey's Big Juicy Tips. I've got them all sanded back. I've had to fill some smaller imperfections in, and I've now got them ready to paint. So I'm just going to be using some grey primer, and the idea is this grey primer will bond to the metal before I put my actual colour on, my base coat. But it also, I'll be flattening this back like I've done with the stopper, because this is going to fill in the even smaller imperfections. It's not going to be perfect. I haven't got the time to make it perfect, but this will fill in the small imperfections like I've just said, and it'll probably get 3 coats now, a sand back, and then maybe another 3 coats tomorrow or this evening if I get time. So I'll quickly show you where we're at and then add some primer. Folks, I've got 3 nice coats of primer on. I just need to let that dry. I'm probably going to leave it overnight now because I'm going outside to watch the eclipse through my welder's mask with our lass and the bairn. I'll give you a quick look, and tomorrow I'll flat them back, maybe some 800 wet and dry, and then another 3 coats of primer, flat it back again with some 1000 wet and dry. And then I can think about, if it's all the imperfections is gone, or most of them, then I can think about what colour I'm going to put on it. I'll give you a quick look. Right folks, it's another day. Primer's all dry. I'm now going to flat it back with probably with some 800, and give it another 3 coats of primer. You'll see us putting the next coat of primer on, or the next few coats of primer. It's a white primer. It's just the same. They didn't have any grey in the shop, so I've had to get white. Max no odds. So that's where we're at. I'm now going to flat these back and see if I've getting all the imperfections out, or the vast majority. So folks, I'm going to be, the colour I've decided to spray them is BMW Sparkling Graphite Grey in a 2-pack. This is off my own car. I'll drop you a little picture of the car that this paint's from. It's a nice dark metallic grey, a graphite grey with a tiny little bit of pearl in. It's a beautiful grey. I'll show you a picture of this car and then I'm going to paint that. So basically I'm using a 2-pack paint, and I'll be using my very small spray gun, and then I'll have to see if I've got any 2-pack lacquer kicking about. If not, I know I've got an aerosol of clear lacquer down there to put over the metallic when it's finished, because metallic generally dries dull in a 2-pack, and you put a final clear coat over the top to make it nice and shiny. So I'm just about ready. I'm going to mix this paint. It's a 2-pack, so I need to water it down with some thinners, and then we'll start blowing some paint onto there. Right then folks, I think I'm pretty much ready to start putting it all back together. I've just got to remember now where all them little bits go and how it all goes back together. So that's the next project, putting it back together. I'm quite looking forward to this.
I'm just a chill guy. I just like to take it easy. I just like to take it easy. I'm just a chill guy. I just like to take it easy. I'm just a chill guy. I just like to take it easy. I'm just a chill guy. I just like to take it
So folks, that little vise, that little Panavise from America is finished, and what a beautiful little thing it is. This is actually going to be a keeper for me. I'm going to put it in Dylan's games room because we're building models up there, RC cars and airfix kits, and this will be ideal up there in Dylan's room. But I'm going to show you it now, give you a quick look around. Then I'm going to show you how it functions. It's an amazing little vise, how it moves around and that. I might even get it mounted and show you it up in the games room. But let's have a look at this beautiful little vise. Well folks, as you can see, it's come out absolutely perfect. Like I say, it's a keeper. I love this little vise. Half polished, half painted. And the good news is, I have another one to restore. This one's slightly different. It has a different base. But that's another one to restore. I'll probably sell that one. I don't know. They're just beautiful little vices. I'm very impressed. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed watching that restoration and maybe learned a little something about Panavise, this American vise. And hopefully I learned you something as I restored, and maybe showed you how you could do something like that. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you like vices. Here's to the next project. See you again. Oh, like and subscribe. Again, I don't have many subscribers, but I keep wanting to make more videos, and people liking my videos and subscribing encourage us to do more. So please like and subscribe, totally free, and I appreciate it, and I watch every single one of you subscribing to us and appreciate it. So thanks, folks. Here's to the next video.